Have days when your body just feels a bit out of sync?
Okay. Good morning forever. And to those who are here for the first time on the platform today, good evening to you all. And as already mentioned, as you can see on the slides, my name is Josephine, and I'm a very excited member of Forever Living Products. It's been a very interesting journey for the past 30 years, being involved with Forever Living Products. So every day I wake up, I feel blessed to be part of this amazing company. And today I'm going to take you through product training. As you can see on the slide here, supplementation for all ages. So I've got a lot of information to pass on to you. And if you are attending my training for the first time, it is very, very important to make sure you have sharp ears, because I'll be going through the slides quickly. And also make sure you have a pen and a paper to take notes, because some of the information I'll be giving, maybe you're hearing it for the first time. So it's very important to take note. And the only reason you may not be able to, or you don't want to take any notice, if you're already on a special product, which we don't have in Kenya yet, called Forever Focus, because that's a fantastic memory enhancer, or maybe you have a photographic memory. So that's the only excuse. Otherwise, I always say that always make sure you have a pen and a paper to take down information. So because this is a very, very important presentation today to give you better understanding of the products for different ages. So my background, I started my life in pathology for over 25 years. And I later decided to join Forever Living Products through Amazing Products within Forever. And again, at the time, I had my own medical challenges, which through the products helped me out. That's why I'm here today. So if people say the product, if they're doubting whether our products work, I always tell them I'm a living testimony of the amazing products. Otherwise, with the condition I had about 31 years ago, I've swallowed so many drugs in my life. So now I'm happy every day. I still take the products to prevent recurrence. So I feel energetic. I feel good. And I thank God that I'm here to tell the story. So some of you, maybe you may be having different medical challenges. Some of you, maybe you're just going to listen to this presentation because you want to optimize your immune system, or some of you, maybe you're listening because you have relatives who may benefit from the information I'm going to share with you today. So let me move on. As you can see there, I'm not going to dwell so much on it because this topic has been presented by different people recently. So, but this is just a recap, especially for those who are new on the platform today. When we're talking about supplementation, why do we need to why are we talking about supplementation? And the reason being that nowadays we eat a lot of rubbish. The food we're eating is not as pure or as, they're not organically produced, unlike the food that our great-great-grandparents used to consume in those days. The environment is continuously getting more and more polluted. And, and additionally, we find that everything is chaotic nowadays. We are taking a lot of rubbish in the food we take. It's full of too much sugar, full of all those artificial sweeteners, which are known to cause cancer. A lot of artificial preservatives, which are detrimental to our health. So by supplementing using forever living products is a good way to maintain vitality. They are just there to bridge the gaps in whatever may be missing from the food we are taking. So what I'm trying to emphasize here, you don't have to be sick to take our products. You can just use them to take the supplements to make sure you don't become a candidate for the increase in the incidence of cancer or many other degenerative diseases that we're experiencing nowadays. So as you can see there, our bodies may not reach adequate levels of nutrients due to all these reasons of what I mentioned. Again, when we're talking about cooking, according to the World Health Organization, they always say that they've recommended we should be taking about 5 portions of fruit and vegetables on a daily basis, which is a research was done here locally in Kenya about 4 or 5 years ago. Found that only 6% of Kenyans actually are able to be consuming 5 portions of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis. That's about 4 grams of both. So, okay, that's been recommended for optimum wellness. But you find when you're talking about those fruit and vegetables where that's been recommended, those who are actually taking them, you find that some of them, first of all, we don't know the source. You don't know whether they're grown on sewage effluent. You don't know whether, no, it's again, if you don't even know whether they're organic, you don't know. And again, when you get the vegetables, they're looking so nice, and now you're cooking. By overcooking, you find that you destroy the essential nutrients. So basically, we are just taking ordinary fiber. All the nutritional components have been destroyed because of overcooking. And as I already said, you have to be very careful where you get your fruits and vegetables from nowadays, because some of them they've been sprayed with glyphosate, which is known to be class 2 human carcinogen. And also, again, some of these vegetables, we say they are looking so green and inviting, but you don't know they are tinted with all those heavy metals, like those ones from sewage effluent. So there was a report some time ago, and some of the vegetables was reviewed by a journalist on somewhere along I forgot the name, along Thika Road, where those vegetables, they were being fed with sewage effluent. So these are the reasons why we really need to supplement to get rid of all those heavy metals in our system. Storage. Now, when talking about storage, now, for example, when talking about vitamin C is very, very important for cellular regeneration. And again, it's a special antioxidant. And you find that due to storage, when you say you buy an orange to be full of vitamin C, but due to long storage, maybe transportation from another country to here, you find that the full content of vitamin C is no longer there. It's depleted because of long storage, or maybe because of takes long. Like here, some of the oranges that they are imported from other countries, so you don't get the full benefit of all this proper amount of vitamin C it's supposed to contain. Processing, we are eating a lot of processed food nowadays. Especially when food is being processed, you find all the essential nutrients are being depleted. And with some of the food we take, they're refined, so they're not proper. They're empty calories because of too much refinement. Just deplete of all the essential nutrients to sustain life. The soil nowadays where we grow our food is depleted with a lot of minerals. And again, using artificial fertilizers is something's been going on recently about the type of fertilizers that are being introduced to Kenya. So the soil is where we should get the nutrients from. The food we grow on the soil is supposed to be full of nutrients for us to derive all the benefits, the vitamins and minerals. Because the soil is now getting more and more depleted in essential minerals, so there's an issue there. For example, there's one trace mineral called selenium. Selenium is supposed to help us to protect us against cancer. You find that there was a research which was done some years ago due to pressure from the population in Finland. Finland is the only one that's actually putting selenium. That's Finland in Europe is the only one that's putting selenium back into the soil because of pressure from the public or from its inhabitants. Exposure to anti-nutrients, those are the things that can deplete nutrients. And if you're a consumer of alcohol, you find you're just wasting your money, because alcohol is an oxidant. It depletes minerals, especially the B vitamins, vitamin B12. So it's an anti-nutrient. If you're always on caffeine, consumption of caffeine is known to destroy a lot of minerals. And so again, if you're a smoker, you're destroying, especially the vitamin C, because each cigarette you smoke destroys about 25 milligrams of vitamin C. Now, we're taking a lot of drugs, drugs and chemicals. These are all known to be causing depletion in the nutrients in the food we take. I've already mentioned about pesticide and herbicide, which is continuously being used on the farms in this nation. And some of them, they mimic what you call xenoestrogen, that's artificial hormones, artificial estrogen. And they are known to be detrimental to health, especially women. They're known to cause imbalance in the hormones. So all these things that's been, especially when I'm talking about pesticide, we're talking about glyphosate. Glyphosate, as I said, is a class 2 human carcinogen. So those are the things. Hybridization, give scientists an inch, we take a mile. Now, normally you find that the wheat for making bread, number one, when you see the wheat is normal. It's so very where you get wheat growing and it looks so nice when you get to the grow wheat. But nowadays, because this method of hybridization, the wheat you get from this method of hybridization is what does it do? Because at the end of the day, the wheat is now, they use it to make bread. And this wheat, because of the process called hybridization, is known to contain gluten. And gluten is responsible for a lot of allergic reactions within the digestive system. Many people, they eat anything like bread, biscuit containing wheat, they find that they actually, they develop a different all forms of different allergic conditions, which is not good. They start to have issues with their digestive system, getting gas, feeling bloated and all that. So this is due to the method of producing wheat containing gluten. And gluten is also known, because of that allergic reaction, is known to cause leaky gut syndrome. That's making the intestine, they go become permeable. We call it leaky gut. So that's the resulting effect of wheat containing gluten. And why are they using this? It's because any wheat containing gluten, the method of hybridization is to create more profit. Okay, by this method, you use less flour, you get bigger loaf of bread. That's the world we're living in now. It's just profit orientated. Now, this is what I was saying about what is happening in this nation. And I sent to those FBOs, I already sent certain information today regarding genetic modified food in this nation. So this is what is happening nowadays. This being genetically modified food is being associated with various medical challenges. So this is what is happening. And this is why it is important to supplement so we don't become a candidate for cancer or any other degenerative diseases. So according to those are a few of the reasons why we need to supplement. Just brief information. Not even to talk about the chicken that's being fed with a lot of growth hormones, the meat that we are consuming, or some of them, and the milk they contain a lot of growth hormones, and again a lot of antibiotics. These are known to have detrimental effect on our health. This is why it's important to supplement with the good, well-researched, scientifically researched food supplements. So according to research, specific, as you can see there, why do we have to supplement? According to research, specific nutrients are required at certain different times of life. Like, this is why we're talking about different ages. During pregnancy, during childhood, during menopause, and for people over the age of 50, they require different, they need supplementation. Very, very important. Let me move on. So as a result of supplementation, what happens when we supplement, especially with the products I'm trying to introduce to you through Forever Living products, with the resultant effect of supplementing with scientifically researched, organically produced food supplement from Forever, you find that the resultant effect is boosting your immune system. As I always said, your immune system is your inner doctor. If your immune system is working optimally, you find that you will not experience all those different infectious agents going on. Now we're talking about Mpox. If your immune system is working optimally, you will not be a victim of Mpox. Now you have to talk about other infectious disease happening, like in the past, even still going on COVID. If your immune system is working properly, you will not become a victim. So very, very important. And this is what I was saying, all those different contagious diseases are caused by what we eat and what we lack. So if you are supplementing properly, you will not be a candidate for that. And again, the resultant effect of using good supplementation, you find that you get, at the end of the day, you experience vibrant health, increase in your energy levels. And as you can see, there are strong, long-lasting energy levels, which are good indicators of good nutrition food supplements. And another resulting effect of supplementation, it expands your intelligence. Since we've all started this business in East Africa, you find that some of the babies who are conceived on Forever Living food supplement, they're not just ordinary babies. Those ones, they're super intelligent. They don't talk nonsense because of the effect of the good supplements that the mother has been taking before conception and through her pregnancy and even after. So some of them, they're age 6, age 9, age 10, and I just admire them. They are super intelligent. So very, very important. When we're talking about intelligence as well, through this product, we find that people are using the products. We find that they don't have any issues when we're talking about what is on the increase nowadays. We call it a form of dementia, which is Alzheimer's disease. So you can say that the brain function, the ability to concentrate and memory requires assimilation of well-researched good supplements. That's which we always clap for Forever. Forever has been able to achieve that through high-quality food supplement it produces. Again, by supplementing with good products from Forever, it enhances appearance. What do I mean by that? You find some people, they initially look like age 50, but when they start taking products from Forever, so this food supplement, you find that they start looking younger, and they look like age 30, even younger, because these are amazing food supplements. So they do enhance youthful appearance. And now, what are the common telltale signs of ill health? When, due to inability to supplement, you find that many people nowadays, they suffer from what you call chronic fatigue. They're always feeling tired because they are not consuming the right type of food and supplementing as well with the right products. They have the digestive issues. Even some of them, when they just sit down, they start burping and bringing up the gas from both ends, because and when they talk to you, it's like like a sewer opening, because they have so many digestive issues. And you can tell that this person is not well. I experienced this when I went to do when I went to present a product, when I went to do a product launch somewhere along Thick a few years ago. And there was a lady who was sitting next to me, and she was burping and passing with from that. Even before she expressed to me what she needed, that she was in, I knew she was in trouble. So this is part of what that's part of common telltale signs of that something is wrong. Generally, you find that they have this your skin is a reflection of your. It's a screen. It's like a reflection of what is going on internally. You find the skin is not looking good. It's looking dull. And the muscle, they always tend to complain about the form of arthritis, your joint and muscle weakness. And they suffer from different forms of allergic reaction, food sensitivities. And again, especially women, women we're so intricate in that. I mean, the body is so intricate in that because of imbalance or inability to consume good food supplement, they have issues with their hormones, called hormonal imbalances. Let's move on. And again, I'm just going to talk about one of our main products. These are drinks, the aloe vera. Don't forget, we control about 80% of aloe vera in the world. And this aloe vera we have 4 different types, and they constitute 50% of the company sales globally. Don't forget, we are trading in over 165 countries in the world. So those are the make up 50%. So when people start taking the aloe, you can see the aloe because it's I call it food in a glass. It works synergistically with other supplements. I always tell people, if you're going to afford to take other food supplements, if you are just taking the aloe alone, it's better than not taking anything, because it's a general tonic. And they work synergistically with other food supplements, and again, is to give the food supplement better absorption. So they work by energizing the body, and they provide any shortfalls when we're talking about the diet. Very important for the digestive system, helping from the helping to detox right from the mouth up to the anus. It's just amazing. At the end of the day, you get looking vibrant, healthy skin, because they're anti-aging. Again, they help to optimize the immune system. And they also, when we're talking about allergic reaction, Forever Aloe is the best. So now let me talk about different ages that they need different supplements. So for children, modern children nowadays, they're very fussy. They have all these fussy eating habits. You find, especially when they're around age 6, age 7, it's very, very difficult to feed them. They like to feed on the junk food, those empty calories, especially those ones on the high street. They prefer Western style type of fast food, which are known to have a very low nutritional value. They're known to have a lot of sugar and too much trans fat. So not recommended to any child at all. But this is what they are fond of nowadays, because of the world we're living in. And as a result of consuming those type of food, Western type of food, you find that now they find those children, those kids, they physically and emotionally, they're not balanced. Okay, they have a lot of symptoms because of those consumption of empty calories. No good for the brain in the first place, devoid of all these essential nutrients. So what I normally recommend for kids, as we have Beets and Peaches, which at the moment we don't have in Kenya. This is the aloe vera drink, which is small pieces of aloe vera marinated in sun-ripened peaches. Very delicious. That one is more palatable to children. And don't forget, this aloe vera helps to optimize the immune system. Nowadays, we at the moment in Kenya, we have aloe berry nectar. That's the next palatable one for the kids. And depending on the age, you can maybe take about 20 ml on daily basis on an empty stomach, depending on the age, I say for about 20 ml up to 40 ml for children. followed by omega-3, knowing that omega-3, I hope you're all taking notes for the children. This is what I would recommend for children, for general wellness, to optimize their immune system. Very, very important, especially to make sure that they're able to perform in school. So omega-3 is very, very important. I did a training on omega-3 recently. Anybody with brain, you need this forever Active omega-3 from Forever Living Products. For the little ones, very, very important because it helps them to, it's very important for brain work. And again, all those, because also anti-inflammatory, it just makes sure that they are doing well. Very, very important. And for the little ones, we just say they should take about 1 to 2 capsules on a daily basis. Once they can swallow, they can just, and if they cannot swallow, just pierce it and put it in the food. Very, very important for any form of inflammatory condition. And for cognitive function, as already mentioned, very, very important. Also, it's very good for the skin to make sure they don't develop any sort of skin issues like eczema. And another one which I would recommend, which is another food supplement, is the Forever Kids. That one is very, very good because it contains all the essential minerals and nutrients, all naturally produced. So it's free of additives, free of artificial coloring. And you just have to chew about 1 to 2 tablets a day for the kids. And the last one, the basic last one, this essential supplements for the little ones, is Forever Garlic Thyme. They're just in small capsules, and they're very important for the digestive system, especially to prevent, working with aloe, because again, it's antiparasitic, and so it's a good dewormer. And it's very, very important to, when we're talking about any fungal infection, for the little ones, especially when we talk about mashilingi. Mashilingi is not just topical. So it starts when, especially if somebody's been on antibiotics and all that, you find that you can get overgrowth of fungal infection, which can also manifest into what you call mashilingi. So garlic thyme internally is very, very important. Again, children, they can do, when we're talking about waterborne infection, garlic thyme is very important for the digestive system, so they don't go sick drinking all these different types of water. So that's my recommendation for the little ones. Now, talking about teenagers, I hope you're taking note. Teenagers, the immune system is on override due to all these reasons. The teenagers, they're going, some of them, they're going through exams. When you're talking about exams, some of them, they're stressed because they have to assimilate a lot of information. So again, the diet is also, maybe they enjoy, this Western type of food full of empty calories. Again, you think about teenagers, especially when they're going through puberty, you get changes in the hormones. And so if they're not eating well, you can get hormonal imbalance, which they come up with all those different things, which can affect the skin, like pimples and all that, especially period pain, premenstrual tension due to hormonal imbalance. So those are what... among the teenagers, those are the 3 main things that can happen. I mean, when we're talking about when we're talking about the immune system, the importance of balancing, optimizing the immune system. So, what do we recommend for the teenagers? We don't have peach and peaches, but now we have aloe berry nectar, so they can take about 40 meals on a daily basis, and very important to boost to optimize the immune system. As I said, it's a tonic, it's a food in a glass, contain all those essential minerals and vitamins and amino acid. Very, very important for the entire digestive system. And again, I've recommended bee pollen there. Bee pollen for them because, again, when they're going through a lot of stress because of exams and all that, the bee pollen is very important we call it's an elixir of health, full of over 96 different nutritional components. So bee pollen is well balanced, especially when combined with the aloe vera drinks. So bee pollen is very good for any allergic reaction. It's also very good for energy. But my only advice there, do not give it to them at nighttime because it may not allow them to sleep. And they need to rest, especially when they're going through exams. So that's the bee pollen, and they should chew the bee pollen, not swallow with water. Anything from the bee products is better when it's chewed, when it's in contact with saliva to maximize absorption. So that bee pollen could be chewed maybe 1 to 2 tablets during the day. So garlic thyme is also recommended because of for digestive health and for allergic reaction. And they're also very important, especially when we talk about leaky gut, or if they've been on antibiotics. To garlic thyme working with aloe can come to the rescue to improve or to optimize the immune system. Omega-3 is also very, very important. Remember, I told you it's a brain food. That's our omega-3 fish oil. Very, very important to make sure that they're able to perform well in their exam. And again, the omega-3 I also say is anti-inflammatory, working together with aloe, enhancing the work of the aloe. That's our that takes the omega-3 fish oil. So they can take between 3 to 4 capsules a day. Those are for teenagers. And again, if they're over 18, no longer, once they cross over 18, they're no longer teenagers, okay? So they can, no, that's different, but under 18, they can take about 4 capsules a day. And that should be consumed, garlic thyme should be consumed just before food or immediately after food. Just the same as the omega-3, the garlic and thyme, they should be taken together because they're oil-based. So for maximum absorption, it is better when it's in contact, when you take it just before, immediately after a meal. So I've mentioned Forever Pro B there. The Pro B is our Forever Active Pro B. It's a natural, product supplement for the digestive system. So, I would say it's very important working with the aloe. The aloe it contains soluble fiber and it's a prebiotic. That's the aloe vera. So the Pro B, as I said, it's a probiotic. So containing 6 beneficial bacteria, which now these bacteria, they feed on the prebiotic, the soluble fiber in the aloe. So it works together with the aloe. So this is very, very important. It's a natural probiotic for the digestive system. And do not forget that the digestive system is very, very important because over 90 different medical challenges that is linked to the digestive system. So it's very important for optimum health when we're talking about the digestive system to make sure that it's working in tandem. Everything is balanced because there's a connection between the digestive system and the brain called the brain-gut axis. So with that connection, when we're talking about teenagers, this is very, very important in terms of assimilation for the brain, for brain health. Again, when going back to the omega-3 fish oil, the omega-3 fish oil is able to cross the brain, we have a small line covering the brain, we call it the blood-brain barrier. So the omega-3 fish oil is able now to pass through that blood-brain barrier to deliver all the nutrients for optimum cognitive function. So this is very important when you talk about health of teenagers. So the Pro B works together for digestive health to prevent leaky gut syndrome, and again to make sure they don't get constipated. It's also very, very important when we're talking about food poisoning. So the Pro B is very important in making sure that they are not prone to food poisoning, working together with the aloe. So the other one I put there is Immune Blend, which contains a lot of antioxidants. and together with shiitake and shiitake mushroom and maitake mushroom, the two, they are very important in terms of optimizing the immune system. So our immune blend is very, very important. So you only have to take 1 tablet on daily basis for teenagers. But for the Pro B, it's only take one. You can take 1 tablet for the active Pro B. In the morning, you can take it with water or together with that aloe vera in the morning. So Forever Daily is contains over 20 different minerals and vitamins bonded in aloe vera. Very important, working together for optimum wellness. So that's our Forever Daily. So Forever Daily for teenagers, they can take between 1 and 2 capsules on a daily basis. So they all work together for optimum wellness. So talking about another, this is for people who are planning to get pregnant and also people who are pregnant. So before pregnant, before a woman gets pregnant, it's always good to make sure she's nutritionally balanced. Otherwise, you find that you have so many babies, so many medical challenges due to nutrition deficiency. So before conception is very important because when I'm talking about medical challenges like due to deficiency of B12 vitamins, you find babies, teenagers. Due to depletion or lack of vitamin B12 before conception, you find the baby being conceived, can end up having what you call hole in the back. That's a neurotube defect, or there's another name for it, but because I'm trying to rush, we call it neurotube, where the vertebral column refuses to fuse. This is what could be prevented if the mother is well balanced nutritionally before conception. So very, very important to make sure before conception, they are well balanced in terms of nutrition. Let me tell you, even for conception to take place, you have to be nutritionally balanced because a baby cannot be conceived just on skuma and ugali on daily basis. No, you need balance for the digestive system for conception to take place. It's better to be nutrition balanced to prevent malformation of that fetus that is being conceived. So it is very essential to support the health of both the fetus, the new one to be born, and the mother. Very, very critical. And what products am I recommending? I would like to recommend our aloe vera gel, which contains 99.7% aloe vera. So that's the most concentrated of all the aloe vera drinks. And again, I must warn you, if you haven't, for those who are new on the platform today, if you've never had the aloe vera drinks before, some of them, they are called acquired taste. The drinks are not sold on their they are not sold on their taste, but they are sold on their beneficial effect. So be prepared if you've never tasted it before, especially the aloe vera gel. So it's a unique taste, but the aloe berry nectar is a bit, it's more palatable. Okay, it's my favorite. So I would recommend either the aloe vera gel or aloe berry nectar for those who are planning to get pregnant, or even those, again, as a pregnant women. I need to make some very, very clear, because from forever they say that don't take the aloe if you're pregnant. But what I'm trying to emphasize here, from my experience, from my children, they were conceived on this product. Even my grandson, my granddaughter, they conceived on this product. So as long as somebody has been taking the aloe vera drinks before being pregnant, you can continue to take it throughout pregnancy. Even when you are breastfeeding, you find the aloe vera drinks actually increases the milk flow. But if you have not been taking the aloe vera, I would not recommend it if you are pregnant under 3 months, because again, Forever has been doing work for over 46 years. The products, they've never caused any medical any issues or negative issues. Now, so what I'm trying to say here, if you have not been taking the products before conception, do not take it especially under 3 months, we don't want people to be saying it's forever that causes them to have issues in terms of carrying the baby. So that's the preventive measure. But if you've been taking the aloe vera drink before conception, you can take it throughout pregnancy. And the babies, they're always very, when they are born, the skin is always nice and they're looking so healthy. Mother and baby, good products for mother and baby. So now those are the drinks I've recommended. Vitamin B12 plus, which is vitamin B12 containing vitamin B9, which is folic acid, is so very, very important for people who are planning to get pregnant or taking it during pregnancy. Why? Because it prevents anemia. Those products on the market, when somebody pregnant, they said their doctors are recommended to boost the blood volume. You find some of them, they can cause constipation. People were passing through like goods. So here we have Forever B12 plus, very, very important for making sure they don't become anemic, and also to make sure that the baby that is growing does not become deformed, when I was talking about neurotube defect. And again, it's very, very important to make sure that, because this is the food for the nucleus of the cell, very, very important to make sure good cell division takes place. So that's highly recommended. They take 1 tablet twice a day, 1 times 2 that's what is recommended with the Forever B12 plus. Now, omega-3 is also important. Now, remember, during pregnancy, the baby that is being carried, it takes what happens, whatever, if the mother is not consuming enough omega-3, whatever little is in their mother's maternal blood, the baby's got the primary source to take everything. And because of that, due to depletion in the omega-3 consumption during pregnancy, when the baby is born, so the mother can, according to research, the mother normally goes into what is called postpartum depression because of deficiency of omega-3 fish oil. So it is very, very important to take during conception. And again, during pregnancy as well. And it's very, as I said, it's a food for the brain for both mother and babies. And this is why in baby formula food, they actually, because they know the importance of omega-3 for healthy babies, healthy mother and babies. So that's why they include omega-3 in the part of the nutritional component in baby formula. I'm sure if you read, you find that omega-3 is present. So now we're talking about absorbent C, which is antioxidant and water-soluble vitamins, very, very important for general wellness. Also, it's good for the skin. It's very, very important for good skin in general, for good skin, and it's also very important for cellular regeneration. Basically, that's the fish, that's the absorbent C. So you chew it. You don't take it with water. Our vitamin C is bonded with oat to make sure that if there's any unwanted bad cholesterol in the system, it actually mops it up. It's like a sponge. Additionally, the oat, being that vitamin C is a water-soluble vitamin, so you need it every 24 hours. So the oat, which is bonded with it, makes a slow release, so you get better value for your money, so it stays longer in the system. So that's highly recommended. You chew 2 tablets a day. And here we have the multiminerals of nature min. You need minerals to work with your vitamins. So that's the nature min is minerals contain all those essential minerals for general wellness. So they can take for the mother can take 3 times 2 tablets a day. Total that's 6. And part of the nutrients, there is magnesium, which is very important for the muscle, and also important as a good supplement for cellular function. The bee pollen, as I said, is also important for energy and allergy. Fields of greens is highly recommended for general wellness because it's well balanced, contain all the essential nutrients, and again prevent any form of constipation because it's full of all those. It's full of all the essential ingredients, like alfalfa is there, which is very, very important. It's a blood booster as well, in addition to the B12. So again, it gets rid of, now, let me go back again. The fields of greens is very, very important. It's very, very important for general wellness. That's what I've just said. So we just take one tablet twice a day. So it helps to get rid of any unwanted oxidant in the system. So here we have the Pro B, our forever active Pro B, also for the digestive system for optimal wellness. Very, very important. That's what I would recommend for those who are planning to get pregnant or during pregnancy, for the health of both mothers and the babies as well. So for women in general, as you can see, women, we're very special, we're unique, we have so many, let me tell you, we have women, they have issues. So this is important to supplement with good products. They have issues with their hormones, imbalance in the hormones, and nutrition deficiency, stress, which may trigger health challenges. And again, this is why it's important, in addition to correct diet, eating properly, then, the supplementation may be beneficial. I would say it's important. Okay, so for women in general, I would recommend any of the drinks like aloe berry nectar and our aloe vera gel. Sorry, I didn't put any picture there because I know most of you are familiar with the products. So if you are not sure what I mean by aloe vera gel or aloe berry nectar, please go back to whoever invited you to attend this presentation. They'll be able to show you they'll be able to show you the picture on our product brochure. So Vitalize for Women is also very, very important. Why Vitalize for Women? This is Vitalize is good for balancing the hormones, and also it's very good to make sure that it is good for fungal infection, and it's got a lot of nutrients there for general wellness of any woman. Fields of greens is also important. It's a good balance. Again, have to make sure that they're not exposed to all this what we call xenoestrogen. Xenoestrogen, as I mentioned, is artificial hormones, so causing imbalance in the of hormones. So the fields of greens is very, very important, working together with the Vitalize for Women to make sure that the hormones are balanced, especially those ones, those people who are exposed to all those artificial estrogen, which can cause imbalance in the hormones. So for the fields of greens, just take one tablet twice a day. Again, one thing I need to remind you about fields of greens is very good to detox, especially for body odor. It helps to get rid of any body odor. That's the fields of greens. One tablet twice a day. And it's a good blood booster as well, similar to our B12 plus. So the omega-3 fish oil, I don't want to repeat, is very important for general wellness. It's anti-inflammatory. It's good for all those different cellular function. Very, very important for optimizing the immune system. Nature means another one, multiminerals working together with the vitamins. Royal jelly is highly recommended because royal jelly is very, very important for stress. We know many nowadays, stress is on the increase. Stress is a killer. So the royal jelly is anti-stress. If you are stressed, you can't sleep. Sleep is very important. You just take 2 royal jelly, you will sleep like a baby. I can tell you that. Additionally, it's for anti-aging. Don't forget the queen bee is fed on royal jelly. That's why she's able to live 6 years more than the worker bees. Okay, so it's anti-aging, the royal jelly. And you don't take it with water, you chew it or you suck it. So it's better when it's in contact with saliva. So that's it's a good hormone also to balance the hormones. That's our Forever Royal Jelly. So Immublend is another one to make sure to optimize the immune system, as already mentioned. The same thing with Pro B, which is good for for digestive health, as a natural probiotic, contains beneficial bacteria for optimal wellness. Now, I've put there C9 for women. Again, some women, it's not only for women, for adults. Because this is our package for C9 is for detox. It helps to detox, especially without, as I mentioned before, we're eating a lot of rubbish nowadays. So for optimum wellness, to get rid of all those unwanted toxins, we have a package called C9. So this C9 is a 9-day program. It's very important for rejuvenation, to give you, some people, they say you are what to eat. For me, you're not only what to eat, you're also what to digest and absorb. Some people, they're eating, they don't absorb. So that's why C9 is very important. After C9 for 9 days, the package, you find that you are not able to absorb proper nutrients. You're feeling vital, you're looking well, you feel energetic. The resultant effect is indescribable. That's why C9 package is just amazing. I would recommend it to every adult. Again, it's recommended, maybe you can do that C9 program quarterly, like 3 times a year. Very important, because sometimes you don't know you're not sure whatever you are ingesting. So this helps you to make sure that all those toxins that we've been exposed to does not sort of stay in the system, so you don't become a candidate for all this degenerative disease I mentioned earlier on. So some people, I mentioned F15 here. F15 C9 is initially, that's recommended for people who want to lose, to detox. And then for people who want to lose weight, they can start with C9 first, and followed by another program called F15 for 15 days. So this is a special one package for people who want to lose weight in the most natural way, not using all those artificial pills for losing weight, which are known to have detrimental effect. So our F15 is a special package for weight loss. Now, some people, they market it as a weight loss. I don't believe in that. It's a detox program. Because again, naturally, if you've been carrying a lot of toxins around, when you're on that C9 program, you're able to liberate all those toxins. And as a result of that, you find that as a result of that, you're feeling lighter, you lose few kgs, but it's for detoxification. But for people who want to lose weight, they need to progress to this package called F15. So this is a weight management program for those who do not want to become a candidate for obesity. Don't forget, Kenya is number 9 in Africa when we're talking about obesity. So there are many issues. Many people are overweight. So this is a good package for people who want to actually manage their weight or to reduce their weight. They do really work if people comply. Here now we're talking about postmenopausal women. When menopause is a natural progression. No, the women on the platform, you understand me today, it's natural. Now, although the only thing is that's the time where you find that the hormones start to play up, and you find that in the process, women start to experience a lot of challenges. Some women, due to depletion of the hormones, some women, they start to have a lot of symptoms. You find some women, they suffer from hot flushes, the dry skin. They now start to have the experience osteoporosis, because everything is now thrown out of balance. So it's this also due to nutrition deficiency when they're not supplementing. So during that time, in some women, they even suffer from brain fog. So during that time, some women, if there's a spare room, they don't want to be next to their husband, they go to another room. So those are the challenges. It's a natural process that women go through. But again, how can you cope with these challenges? The only way you can cope is to recommend the products which I'm going to be talking about. So they need optimal, they require optimal nutrition to manage this change in life with ease. Very, very important. And again, I need to tell you that the age for menopausal changes is between, the average age is age 51 to 52, according to research. So the symptoms can vary from one woman. We are different. We are biologically different. So, but and also biochemically different. Some women, they sail through it without any issue. Some, because of deficiency in the nutrient deficiency, they don't sail through it in the proper way. So what I'm trying to say here, so this is where, in order to sail through properly, to remove all those symptoms I've already mentioned, this is where the supplementation with Forever products is highly beneficial. So what do I recommend? I would recommend the aloe vera gel, the yellow one, or Forever Freedom. Why did I mention Forever or aloe berry nectar? So any of those three is highly recommended. But again, I've included Forever Freedom there because again, Forever Freedom is to make sure that they don't experience those issues, those challenges like osteoarthritis. You don't forget, because of depletion of the hormones, now you find that the bones, they're having so many issues. They're not they are getting depleted in calcium and other nutrients like magnesium, causing a situation like osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, which is an inflammatory condition. So this is why I put Forever Freedom there, to make sure they don't become a candidate for osteoarthritis. So Forever Freedom is very important. It contains aloe vera, it contains glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate and organic sulfur. Very important for in terms of anything to do with the joints. So that's highly recommended, and they can it's a very strange taste, the orange taste, but don't forget, everything is all natural, according to research by Forever Living Products. So you only have to take 60 ml on daily basis for prevention. But if you are using it to manage the symptoms, maybe if somebody is already experiencing osteoarthritis, they need to be taking 60 ml in the morning and 60 ml at night. So a total of minimum of 120 ml a day for joint management. Now, I've put the royal jelly there because royal jelly is also anti-aging. It's very good for the skin. It's anti-stress, and it's amazing. Just 2 tablets a day, as already mentioned before, for those who are going through menopause. And we have multiminerals here, which is Naturemine, containing magnesium and other essential micronutrients there. And Forever Daily, you have the option of taking either Naturemine or Forever Daily. Forever Daily, just 1 tablet twice a day, but for Naturemine, you need 3 tablets twice a day. We have put multi-marker there because, again, this is for women who are going through menopause, those issues of excessive sweating. This is very, very important to control it, to balance the hormones. And that's multi-marker. It's also good for energy. It's good, again, because during that time, they tend to experience reduced libido. So this is very important to make sure everything is okay. And in terms of lubrication, because of depletion in the hormones, so we find that they get dry there. So instead of using KY jelly, this is at cellular level, this is after as in form of lubrication. Very, very important. Again, especially if it's additionally, if women going through menopause, if they are diabetic, multi-marker is also very, very important to make sure they don't for good lubrication at cellular levels. That's Forever multi-marker. 1 tablet twice a day. Don't forget, it's also good for energy. That's containing CoQ10. Very, very important. And CoQ10 gets depleted due to aging process. So in order to optimize the level of CoQ10 at cellular levels, so multi-marker can now come to the rescue. First of greens is important to make sure they're not absorbing any of those unwanted artificial hormones called xenoestrogen. Lycium Plus I put there is very good for the skin because during menopause, because of depletion in the hormones, the skin starts to sag, start to look really wrinkled quickly. So Lycium Plus is very important for as anti-aging, working together with the royal jelly and the aloe. And it's also antiviral. Don't forget, that's Lycium Plus. We recommend 2 to 3 tablets a day. That's a Lycium containing it's got Lycium, which is fruit, Lycium barbarum, containing licorice, also for digestive health. So that's highly recommended as anti-aging. That's Lycium Plus. And again, for women, especially during that time, maybe some of them, they have issues with diabetes. It's very important to help them. I don't want to use the word prevent, okay? They have issues with the vision. So Lycium Plus is also good for vision, to prevent what you call diabetic retinopathy. That's to prevent the back of the eye, to stop it from bleeding due to inability to maintain diabetes or the blood sugar. So that's very important in the management of diabetic retinopathy. So that's the Lycium Plus. And so it's highly recommended. So Forever Pro B, Active Pro B for the digestive health, as already mentioned, for the same reason. And the calcium is very important, working together to make sure that the bones they don't experience what you call osteoporosis. That's for women who are going through menopause. And again, postmenopausal women, very, very important to strengthen the bones. That's our Forever Calcium contain magnesium and vitamin D3. And your vitamin D3 is very important nowadays in the nutritional world for optimum wellness. Omega-3 is also important for the brain. Remember I mentioned about brain fog for women who are going through menopause or postmenopausal, so they don't become a candidate for forgetfulness. And it's also anti-inflammatory, to combine with Immublend to optimize the immune system. And again, during menopause, we are very interesting. This is the time during the menopause or postmenopause. That's when now some people, they start now to put on weight. Okay, so for weight management, we recommend the F15 pack, as already mentioned. The C9 can precede that to make sure they are able to detox the system. So C9 pack followed by F15 for those women who are having issues with the extra weight gain. Now, women, men, they've come up, I don't know, maybe men, they want sympathy. They came up with quickly, I'm about to finish. The men, they came up, maybe they want sympathy. There's a word for them here, they call andropause. As you can see there, andropause, that's for men 50 years plus. Now, they said there too, they said that they tend to experience, like women, something similar to menopause, okay? So they experience many health challenges, and this is a time when men, especially Black men over the age of 50, they have issues with diabetes, lack of libido. That's when they stand out to get increase in blood pressure, increase in weight. You see so many of them going around with this are called the pot belly syndrome. Once they get over that age. Now, some of them even before, depending on their lifestyle, pot belly syndrome. Some of them even look as if they're going to deliver tomorrow. Those are the issues for men over the age of maybe let's say average over the age of 50 plus. Okay, so they tend to have, they are prone to all this issue with the prostate, maybe inflammation of the prostate, maybe enlargement of the prostate or prostatic hyperplasia. And then again, that's again, Black men, according to research, once they're over the age of 50, there's a 50% increased incidence of prostate cancer. So urinary retention, and then they start to experience balding. And many more issues. Those are the men over the age of 50. So how can we help them? Now, I recommend the general one, the aloe vera gel, Lycium Plus. I'm going to go quickly through all this because I've already explained the benefits of this product. I will also, when we're talking about libido, reduced libido, we recommend the multi-marker, which is, I've already mentioned, very good for. Again, if they're using multi-marker, to make sure the equation is balanced, I also recommend their wives also take the multi-marker. Very, very important. So for increased libido. And again, the B12 plus, because again, you remember, it's very good for good cellular division to make sure you don't become a candidate for cancer. So this is this one is known to, apart from boosting the blood hemoglobin, it's also good for cellular division. Food is very, very important. That's Forever B Plus, containing vitamin B9, folic acid. And then Forever Active Forever Active Pro B for digestive health. making sure all the digestive system is balanced, and vitalized for men, just as this is as important as the one for the women, to make sure they don't have issues with we have vitalized for men for prostate health and also for testicular health. So it's very important to balance the hormones, and again, they don't become candidates using together with the aloe for prostatic hyperplasia, increase in enlargement of the prostate or inflammation of the prostate. Not even to talk about cancer, which is on the increase among Black men over the age of 50, especially when they practice all this yamachoma and alcohol. So the C9 is also for detoxification, as already mentioned, followed by this 15, that's F15, to make sure that they don't become candidates for this pot belly syndrome. And again, you can see there, again, due to aging process, the enzyme CoQ10, which is responsible part of that, which you get in the mitochondria. So CoQ10 enzyme is very, very important for energy at cellular level. So it due to aging process, you find that, as I mentioned before, the CoQ10 enzyme depletes due to aging process. So our products containing multimarker, the multimarker it contains CoQ10 enzyme, and also another which contains CoQ10 is a Forever Daily. So those are the two products containing CoQ10 that we have presently in Kenya. So for anybody over the age of 65, now for over the age of 65, you find that again, this is aging process, and many of them, they're not able to absorb proper nutrients because it's slow. No, it's aging process. Somebody, for over 65 years, we're talking 65 years plus. The digestive system has been working all the time over the years. Now it's everything is becoming sluggish. So they cannot, many of them, they suffer from constipation, they suffer from inability to absorb proper nutrients. So the immunity is also being challenged because of deficiency due to lack of absorption of essential nutrients. So what do we recommend for those who are over the age of 65? We recommend the Forever Freedom, okay, for anything to the joints, or aloe vera gel. Omega-3 is very, very important because nowadays there's an increase in the incidence of Alzheimer's. We're talking about food for the brain, which is a form of dementia. Which is on the increase in this nation. So omega-3 can come to the rescue. An immunoblend to optimize the immune system. Garlic thyme is very important for the digestive system, as already mentioned. They need nature meat, which is multiminerals. Also very important, especially to prevent a lot of something like muscular cramps, so because of the magnesium component. Vitamin B12 is also important, which is also can help to increase the number of non-cancerous cells. Absorbent C is also another one, anti-aging. Bee pollen for energy, again, because again, they tend to suffer from low energy. Pro-B is another one I would recommend. And again, you cannot underestimate, because I've seen some men come to me, they're in their 70s. They're asking they're not complaining about libido, reduced libido. This is where I now say that multimarker can come to the rescue. If they do work, provided they comply. So you cannot underestimate them because of their age, therefore they don't want to perform. They come to me, okay? So they do well on multimarker. Not even to talk about, again, they tend to have issues with the eyesight. Again, some of them, they are diabetic, so we can help. At the moment, we don't have it, so the only thing we can use as a substitute is a Forever Lycium Plus. So Forever Vision is good when we have it in Kenya. Very, very important for a good eyesight. So for people who are not well, or they're less likely, the way they're not well, they less likely to be eating a balanced diet, and generally they need extra help to aid recovery. So maybe they've been admitted in hospital, they just want to recover. So what do we recommend for them to optimize the immune system so they can get better quickly? And we recommend the aloe vera can come to the rescue, or aloe berry nectar. Immune blend is very, very important in combination Forever Daily or Nature Mean. The bee pollen is very good for energy, as already mentioned, energy and allergy. Omega-3 also, because it's anti-inflammatory, is very, very important. Again, I've already put here Forever Light Ultra, because Forever Light Ultra is our protein shake, which we have in vanilla or chocolate flavor. So that's very, very important, because it contains the soya bean, no GM, no Forever Living product. We don't deal with, none of their products are genetically modified. So that's a very important information. So the Forever Light Ultra is a soya base, not whey, not from milk, which can cause allergic reaction. So this is a very good, well-balanced, nutritional balance, which they can be taken in order to recover quickly, especially if they cannot eat solid food. So this is very important for them to get, as I said, to recover quickly. Then additionally, I've recommended Pro B, Forever Pro Active Pro B, as a natural supplement for the to optimize the digestive health. At the moment, I don't want to talk about this because we don't have it in Kenya at the moment and currently. So now, for those people who are busy or stressed, I'm about to finish here. As you see, they tend to skip meals. Again, stress is a killer, as I said before, because of busy lifestyle, which is happening more and more nowadays. As a result of that, they're undernourished, and as a result, consequently, the immunity is very, very low, and the digestive system is working poorly, and as a result of that, they suffer from chronic fatigue because of lack of proper nutrients. So what do you recommend? The usual one, aloe vera gel or aloe berry nectar, and they can take B12 plus, which is very important for cellular function. Immune blend also recommended. I hope you are taking notes. Again, I'm running fast as we're about to finish. Bee pollen for energy and allergy. Again, for royal jelly also, because it's good for stress management. It's amazing, the royal jelly. Anybody is stressed, try it. It's better than any of those other drugs. Not pharmaceutical drugs, they have lots of, they have catalog of side effects. So for any stressful situation, just think of royal jelly. It's amazing. So again, if you are diabetic, I'll be very careful because of my background. I would not want to recommend the royal jelly. So I don't want anything to increase the glucose in the blood glucose. But if you are not, you are more than welcome to try the royal jelly. Again, here, the Nature Mean of Forever Daily, very, very important. And then Active Pro B as a natural probiotic for the digestive system. Omega-3 is also recommended. Again, because they don't have time to eat properly, they can use Forever Light Ultra to make, as in the morning, they can use, I love it you can use it for smoothie. You can put other vegetables, other fruit, and just blend it together. It's just amazing. This is a Forever Light Ultra. It's so complete, especially if you want to mix it with any other fruit or vegetables. So that's highly recommended, Forever Light Ultra. People for sports, and again, you find that they tend to have issues with the joint and muscular and the muscle. So it's important, those who are active, in sports. So here, as you can see, rigorous exercise increases the production of free radicals. So it is very, very important to increase supplementation of antioxidant for those who are always active in sports. And here I'm recommending our Forever Freedom, as already mentioned, which contains glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate for many in the prevention of problems to do with the cartilage. And because it's very good for renewal of the cartilage. And again, contains organic sulfur. So here I'm recommending omega-3 because it's good for the joints. Nature Mean, Bee pollen for energy, Forever Calcium to make sure that there's no depletion of calcium in order to strengthen the bones. Absorbent C, Forever Move. And you can see there, Lycium Plus is also very, very important. And multi-marker for energy. Multi-marker, why not? Yeah. So because of that, CoQ10. Here we have Garcinia Plus. Garcinia Plus is highly recommended for those because it's good for muscle. Okay, Garcinia Plus, and again to make sure they don't put on any. It's a food. It's a food supplement to make sure the weight is managed properly. So that's our Forever Garcinia Plus. Again, make the Forever Light Ultra is also important. You can use it for smoothies, and it's all well balanced. Now, there's something else to do with people in sports and active for active people. Here, again, to strengthen the muscle, there's a condition that causes sarcopenia. So that's weakness in the muscle, okay, which is also recommended for people, elderly people, to prevent muscle getting wasted. So for people in sport, this is why I've put Garcinia there. So it's good for muscle, very, very important. And here, so for smokers, we know what damage can be because of that destruction of vitamin C by that habit. So they tend to, they can see general health damage, speed up the aging process. So what happens here for smokers, apart from trying to encourage them to quit that habit, they tend to experience a poor blood circulation and the skin starts to age quickly because of that cigarette they smoke. So they require twice the amount of vitamin C compared to non-smokers. So we are recommending aloe berry nectar, which is full of antioxidants. Lycium Plus, again, here can come to the rescue. Very good for the skin. Apart from kicking the habit, Fields of Greens is a good supplement. Nature Made is highly recommended. Omega-3 and Immublend and garlic thyme. And again, Active Pro B. Very, very important for the digestive system. Holiday makers, what do I recommend here for those who are traveling? Again, when you go into a different environment, you don't know what type of food, what type of water you're going to be drinking. So this is why forever, those who are traveling, I'm recommending the aloe vera drinks. And most importantly, the aloe vera work together with Forever Active Pro B, just to make sure they don't become victims of food poisoning. Okay, to make sure they're able to make sure they don't have issue with the digestive system. So that's highly recommended. Then they can take Forever Light Ultra, and together with the bee pollen and garlic thyme, which is also important for digestive health. So it's not good to be on holidays and you go sick. So this is why I've put all these products here for people who are going on holidays, especially to unusual places where they've never been to. You never know. So vegetarians, as I'm concluding here, we're both vegetarians and vegans. Our products, some of our products are highly recommended for vegans. Vegans and vegetarians have been taken into consideration. The supplement from Forever Living products. As you can see, both of them can benefit from supplementation of vitamins like vitamin B12 plus, calcium, and our multiminerals. That's Nature Made. So as for the vegetarians, we recommend the aloe vera gel, Immublend, vitamin B12 plus. Again, vegetarians, they're always deficient in the vitamin B12. So it's important, instead of taking the injection, it's important if they take hours from Forever containing vitamin B9, which is folic acid. So bee pollen is also good as a form of energy, for energy. And as I said, contains over 96 different micronutrients. Vitamin C is also recommended. Calcium is recommended. This is containing vitamin D3 and they're called calcium malates. So all these are very essential for vegetarians. For vegans, vegans which are even, when we're talking about deficiency, they tend to lack a lot of, they go through what you call the nutrition deficiency because of that type of diet, the vegans. So here I'm for boosting the immune system, recommending our aloe vera gel, which is vegan friendly, our vitamin B12 plus. Okay, since they're not able to get it from animal source, so the vegetable type is not, now let me tell you, we recommend ours because it contains folic acid as well. This is a different type of vitamin B12. We recommend Immublend, Lycium Plus, Nature Made, or Forever Daily. So now, just as I'm concluding, this is very, very important. You find that some people, because because of their medical challenges, they're on different drugs. And it's very good to bring this into your attention. Some people, if they're on the medication, especially those who are having issues with the blood pressure or increase in cholesterol, they're always on this type of drugs called statin. And statin has got so many different generic names, Lipitor, Crestor, like Lipostat, these are all different. And according to research, they find that one of the side effects of this type of medication, statins, they tend to deplete the amount of CoQ10 enzyme. So remember the benefit of CoQ10 is for energy. So it actually causes depletion. Statins is a known fact, and it's known to weaken the muscle, especially muscle of the heart. Okay, these are all cholesterol lowering drugs. I'm talking about the side effects. So So this is why it's important. Now, when they're on this type of medication, this is very important for them to be aware that they can now, by using Forever Living products, supplementing with Forever Living products, they can benefit a lot. Because if somebody is on medication and never asked them to stop, so it will be their decision later for them to stop. In fact, if they are using products from Forever, it will help, the Forever product will help to remove the side effects of the conventional drugs. So it's just for your awareness. If you're on this medication, beware, because one of the side effects is reduction in CoQ10 enzyme. So these are the food containing CoQ10: beef, poultry, fish. Broccoli contains a lot of CoQ10 enzyme, cauliflower, and that's pistachio nuts. So another one is people who are diabetic. The most popular drugs for diabetes is glucophage or metformin. Metformin tends to deplete those essential vitamins like vitamin B12, vitamin B9, and CoQ10 as well. So it's very important to understand the side effects of these conventional drugs, and this is why it's important for them to be supplementing with natural or scientifically researched organic products from Forever Living products. So those on antidepressant, also, those are conventional drugs, they have a lot of side effects. Those who are not, the famous ones is antacid. Many people here, they're on antacid. And antacid tend to deplete the levels of the B12 in the food people are taking. It depletes magnesium, it depletes the calcium. So one needs to be conscious of that because of this effect of antacid, which many doctors, because if they understand nutrition, they would not be recommending antacids, okay? Because again, the stomach is supposed to be acidic in order for them to be able to break down the protein, which is converted to amino acid for cellular renewal. But because they are giving antacid, therefore the stomach pH is changed. So now, as a result of that, we find that they have an issue with the enzyme because the protein it cannot be digested, and they are having issues with so many macronutrients which cannot be absorbed. Therefore, they're in trouble, and they're even worse off than the situation they've been exposed to before. So antacid, what is popularly recommended here, is one needs to be aware if you're on antacid, like protein inhibitors, those are known to have a lot of side effects. So how can you minimize the side effects? By using products I've already mentioned from Forever Living products, especially our aloe vera drinks. Very, very important in terms of helping to balance the acidity within the digestive system. So very, very important. And I hope you take note of that. Also, people on blood thinners. Very, very important. They have all those side effects. So when this is the brain, as I'm concluding, there's a brain full of fibers. So all these things, these are the nerves. Now, our products, they're very good for nerves connection, especially the omega, the B12 plus, and also our Forever Nature Meal. They're very, very important. You know, the brain is like, I can see it's like works like computer, full of wires. So for information, for conduction of information or impulse, it's very important to make sure they take our products, as already mentioned, for cell. So it's not only forever omega-3 fish oil, they need all those minerals and vitamin B12. So this, you can see all this, that's the brain, and this is where it's been exchanged, called the synapse, where all these those supplements being exchanged, and that's the brain there. Through very, very important. I'm just telling you because now we're talking about increase in cases of Alzheimer's disease. So it's not. So for optimal brain function, all these processes I mentioned, they're very, very critical. This is just explaining how they just explaining how the brain works, you know, like electricity. So again, as I'm concluding, for optimum wellness, so apart from using those supplements already mentioned for different age groups, it is also important to make sure if we're going to, you know, whatever you're eating, make sure you're not eating garbage. So all these things, you can see, this is called full of empty calories and being topped with those sodas, which are detrimental if we're talking about optimal wellness. They're not good. Regular consumption of this, I call it rubbish, garbage. You can see all this full of all those cancer-causing agents. That's all these things. I see some people selling them in the evening on the street. Not recommended at all. This is all empty calories. If you want optimal wellness, this one, watch out. You're not going to benefit when we're talking for good cognitive function. So here, try to avoid this type of junk food. I call them crap. No, avoid all these carbonated drinks. I don't mention companies' names. All right, although I'm not suable. Here, avoid it. Now I know we're a nation where we consume a lot of sugar. So all those too much sugar is not good because sugar is an oxidant. So it actually, it reduces the immune system. It causes inflammation. So try to avoid consumption of all this artificial sugar. And again, sugar, and then avoid consumption of these artificial foods. They're of no benefit for general wellness, and all this food, highly processed, containing trans fat, not recommended. So as I'm concluding, this is the type of food we're now recommending. You know, when you see your food, you see like a rainbow color. Very, very important. Now, this good as an insoluble fiber for your digestive system, so you don't become a victim of digestive issues like constipation. This gives you the push to make sure you have regular bowel movement for good health. And all these are very full of antioxidants, especially if they're organically grown. Again, now this, we say natural. Natural may not be organic. Again, some people, they say they're organic farmers. The issue we have nowadays, if you say you're organic farmers, and then next door you have another one who's spraying all this glyphosate, name it, you know, using all those herbicides, they're no longer organic because of cross-pollination. So this is what is happening in this nation. But you know, well, again, it's really important to eat these macronutrients because they still contain essential antioxidants for digestive health. This is also very good for fiber. You need those fiber because those bacteria within the colon, they feed on those on this fiber to make sure that you are cognitively, your digestion is working optimally, and again through the brain-gut axis, you are cognitively functioning optimally. So this is the food we recommend. We're so lucky in this nation. We have so many different types of beans. No, yeah, you don't have to be eating meat all the time because they also contain essential nutrients. So just the hard beans, you just have to make sure you soak them overnight, because some people, they say give them gas. So the person, now you cook it. If you cook it, if you soak it overnight, the first water, you bring it to boil, you change the second water, you bring it to boil, you change it to the third water. So that we avoid any of those digestive issues like bloating or gas. So very, very important. We are blessed in this nation with various types of beans for optimal wellness. So they contain a lot of fiber, as I said, and a lot of nutrients. Now, as I'm concluding here, meditation is also important. In addition to taking those food supplements, you need to meditate, especially those who are who are exposed to a lot of stress. It's another form of way for man to optimizing your health. Sleeping is important. Undisturbed sleeping, make sure they recommend about 7 to 8 hours undisturbed. So this is when your brain, after taking those supplements, all those supplements you're taking, they can work properly for cognitive function. And again, for general wellness, you need to have proper sleep. Many people there don't sleep very well nowadays. And again, if you can't sleep very well, that's why I've recommended royal jelly. Water is critical. Water is life. Many people, when we talk about water, they think about the chai. Water, the chai is not water. Proper water we're talking about, not sweetened with any artificial sweetener. None of those rubbish inside. So pure water, we recommend a minimum of 2 liters a day. Actually, we're not talking about 2.5 liters on daily basis for rehydration. I know I always say the brain is very stupid, because sometimes you say you are hungry, your brain is saying you are hungry. In fact, you're actually thirsty. Okay? You're having headache, take water. Take water first, and before you think of food. So good water is life, is very good for good skin, in addition to those supplements I mentioned earlier on. It's very good to be well hydrated. Now, as I'm concluding here, advice for optimum health. Here we're talking about it's important to make sure whatever you put in your mouth is you don't just eat for the eating sake. Think, how is it going to benefit your health when you're talking about macronutrients? Avoid unhealthy snacking. They're all those ones, they are not good for your health. All the snacking, the content, they're going to give you extra weight, and they contain artificial colorings, and then all those things I don't want to talk about. Snacking is not recommended. So again, this is why I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. So it's not eat all the time. You got to give the digestive system a rest. There is a window of maybe about 8 hours. So it's not eating. You need to, when you give your digestive system a rest, give it rest to rejuvenate, to keep healthy. That's what we call intermittent fasting. Obviously, together with our food supplement, they do work very well in order to maintain optimal wellness, so you don't also have issues with being overweight or become obese. So now, what I'm saying here, cut back on teas and coffee, because again, too much of that, they tend to, you're wasting your money if you're talking about, because they are diuretic. That means you lose a lot of your minerals. Stop smoking, slow suicide. Do not cook with aluminum sulfurea. According to information, I know cheap can be expensive. Most households in Kenya, this is what they cook with. So try and throw away those aluminum sulfurea, because again, especially when you cook acidic food in them, you get the deposit of aluminum into your system. Remember, I've told you in my previous training, it's not to cause brain sand, causing forgetfulness. So it's not recommended, and so it's a poison, aluminum. So avoid cooking with those cheap sulfurea in the house. You can go for stainless steel. I don't have any investment in stainless steel company, so I'm just saying that from the health point of view here. Do not cook with MSG, which is we call it food additives. So, it's very popular among Chinese food, and here you have them. They use them on daily basis. Here is a favorite one. To me, I would not recommend. No, it's detrimental. It's neurotoxic, causes toxin in the brain. And again, it's known to cause cancer. So on the regular consumption of monosodium glutamate. And so you have them in big containers, red and green on top. So it's not, I would not recommend it. Imagine cooking with this and then aluminum sulfurea. No wonder many people are having issues with Alzheimer's disease. Here, regular activities is very, very important. Exercise is important because it's very important for your digestive system. It's good for your brain. It helps to increase the amount of call it good cholesterol in the system. That's high density lipoprotein. This is a good one. So when you exercise, it's very important for that, for maintenance of those good cholesterol in your system. And again, try to manage stress. It change your attitude. And in terms of reducing stress, now stress is a killer, as already mentioned. So try to know how to manage your stress. Although you need a bit of stress to get out of bed when it's cold in the morning, but chronic stress is what we don't want, because chronic stress is known to cause a lot of cognitive issues in this nation. Okay, so meditate, as already mentioned, it's very, very important. When you meditate, it's very good for people, especially those who are hypertensive. According to research, it helps to drop. You can see it's very important. is beneficial in terms of managing a good balanced blood pressure. And I've already mentioned about the importance of sleep. If you are drugs and medication, again, if you're medication by your doctor, don't just stop immediately, because our products, our supplements, they don't work immediately. They take time. If you've been having issues for the past 10 years, you don't expect a product to work for you within a month. They take time. But what I can guarantee you, within 3 to 6 months, you start to see a lot of benefits. So if your medication, don't stop your medication, be taken along with our product. Our product, we have to remove the side effects. So I'm finishing now. So now it's very, very important here to make sure that you use high quality food supplement, especially the one from Forever Living products. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time, for your patience. Those are still on the platform. So, asante ni sana.
Thank you, leader, for that awesome training. Quite loaded, like you told us in the beginning, and we really appreciate you for that. I don't know if you have any questions or comments, just to say thank you for that. Yes, some of us have already left, but it's fine. We're still able to learn.
If there's anybody on the platform, they want to ask any question, those who are still remaining, thank you very much for your patience, for staying with me. And again, if you have any burning question, please feel free. If you are happy, then we can close for today.
Do you have questions, guys? Anybody with a question? Okay, I don't see any questions coming up, so we just call it a wrap.
Maybe it's a lot of information within a short period of time, so they're trying to absorb. Okay, he said, what about supplements for what busting moms? Sorry, I do not understand that question, Brenda. Busting mom, I don't know. Is it breastfeeding mother, or I don't know? Oh, breastfeeding mother. Okay, if the mother is breastfeeding the baby to derive enough nutrients, she can be taking our products. So for the baby will be deriving all the benefit from whatever it is taking. So breastfeeding mom, they can take our Forever Bee pollen, Forever that Forever Fields of Greens, even, and you can, those are very good supplements, I can tell you. And then the omega, okay? But if they've been taking our aloe before conception, as I said, they can continue to take it throughout. It will increase the milk flow for breastfeeding mothers. So otherwise, according to Forever, they say it's not recommended. Okay, so now what's up? Okay, what's up? Somebody's, hey, it's moving so quickly. I can't see, I can't read. Okay, all right. There's something which somebody was okay, supplements for seniors. I mentioned it for senior lady. I mentioned the one for age 65 and over. So this is for the geriatrics, okay, for elderly, to be polite, for elderly. So again, I don't want to be for elderly people. So I mentioned about the one for people over the age of 60. You know, that's when they have issues with the absorption of nutrients. Everything is so sluggish. So the aloe will help them. Very, very important for detoxification. Also, it will increase appetite, because many of them, due to aging process, they lose appetite. Many of them, they're on different pharmaceutical drugs as well. So this is why I mentioned about the side effects of pharmaceutical drugs. So by taking our products, they'll be able now to maintain optimal wellness for elderly. And again, they are prone to sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is when the muscle wastage. So we find that this is why the products, our Forever Light Ultra, can help to rebuild the muscle apart from exercising as well. So very, very important. B12 to prevent anemia, B12 plus. And those are the products I recommend for those who are over the age of 65. Okay, I think we finish here, Emmanuel. I can't see anymore. The phone disappeared on me. Hello? Are you there?
Rose is asking if you can give B12 and what? B12 and lithium to a 12-year-old.
Oh, 12-year-old, B12. Because I would say to take Forever Kids. You can take 3 to 4 tablets a day for age 12. about three tablets for forever kids we do, because it contains those supplements. Okay, Forever Kids contains vitamin B12. So together with the aloe berry nectar, and omega-3, why not? As I mentioned, then one Pro B a day for the digestive system. I hope she's happy, and make sure to avoid all this, occasionally, okay, you can have those type of, I call it empty calories occasionally. No, again, you can't deprive some of these young ones, but occasionally not to make a habit of all those drinks which are full of additives and a lot of sugar. Those high corn syrup, which is not good for general wellness. All those food you see on the high street, not to make a habit of them for optimum wellness for 12-year-old. Okay, for now, through a need of a product, how did help the question on this client asked me? I don't understand this one. Cynthia, what is happening? Can you help me? Oh, Emmanuel, can you help me to understand what this one is talking about? You've already moved on. Supposed to do no, not recommended. C9 is not recommended for anybody who's breastfeeding. Not, you have to wait until you finish breastfeeding before you can take C9. It is not recommended. It's not recommended for anyone under the age of 12, and not recommended for a breastfeeding mother. That's our C9. Okay, for when they're talking about body fats, that they should wait after breastfeeding, then they can start with their products. I hope that's understood. Any other question? Are you all happy? Hello, talk to me.
Yeah. What is the last question?
Okay, a child stopped taking after surgery. What? Oh, a child after, this is very common in this nation. That's a removal of the tonsils. I've seen this before, and that's from Martha. Okay, and yeah, a child stopped talking after she wanted the answer for this again. If she stopped talking after surgery, there must have been something went wrong during that surgical procedure. I can tell you, it is not normal. After surgical procedure of removing these tonsils, which is very important for the immune of that child, tonsil and then adenoids, 4-year-old, and as a result of that surgical procedure, stop talking. Something must have been wrong during that surgical procedure. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can recommend to bring that voice back, because again, I think it needs proper investigation before. I don't know how to answer that. This is why I didn't get back to you earlier, Masa. Yes, no, yeah. So I don't know how to answer that question, because something's gone on during that surgical removal. This product would have been helped to prevent surgical procedure in the first place, because it's a common issue among the young ones. Inflammation of the tonsils. They don't need to remove the tonsils or the adenoids at all. What you normally recommend is they can take our B propolis together with the aloe. And I've got a fantastic testimonial on those who were about to be to go for surgical procedure, those children, and they don't have those issues anymore just by using our products. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Good night. Love you all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Good night. Thank you
Good
all.
night.
Bye.
Okay.